Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Stunning Venus Williams at 15. Coco Gauff faces grim 6-year Wimbledon reality check. Fresh off her triumphant French Open run, the second seed Coco Gauff now eyes the elusive Channel Slam, something no woman has achieved since Serena Williams in 2015. But as she gears up for her 2025 Wimbledon campaign, doubts begin to echo across the grass. Despite her clay dominance, Gauff has struggled at SW19, only going as far as the fourth round in past attempts. And now, American tennis icon Pam Shriver deals a heavy blow to that dream, issuing a grim verdict on Gauff's chances. The chase for back-to-back glory just got steeper. But what exactly did Shriver say to shake the American dream? In a candid conversation with Arab News on the sidelines of Wimbledon, tennis legend Pam Shriver didn't hold back as she reflected on Coco Gauff's journey on grass. She rolled back the clock to 2019, the year Gauff exploded onto the scene, stunning her childhood idol Venus Williams and blazing into the R16. You'd think 6 years ago, because Coco had her first big splash here, getting to the round of 16, beating Venus on court 1, the way she produced on center court for the first time, that given her athleticism, that grass would be a good surface for her. But it's actually not, Shriver remarked, hitting a nerve. Shriver peeled the layers even further, analyzing the current Roland Garros winner's technical discomfort. I think it's clearly her third best surface, she stated flatly, before zoning in on a critical weakness. I think how low it stays is particularly difficult for the forehand. And for the same reason, clay is her best surface. It's the exact opposite. The former doubles world top seed then addressed another flaw that's haunted Coco in recent battles. And I also think people have an aggressive mindset on second serve returns on grass, because that's another vulnerable area for her, Shriver said. And also, while obviously her quickness helps you on any surface, anywhere, but honestly, even grass, if it's a fast day, the sun's out, it's going to be hot. It's even fast for Coco. To cap it off, Shriver dropped the hammer in the last. So you put all those things together, and she doesn't have a great history here since she had her breakthrough. A sobering verdict, one that casts real doubt on Coco Gauff's 2025 Wimbledon quest. The echo of greatness, Coco Gauff's Wimbledon wake-up. In 2019, the world paused. A 15-year-old girl from Delray Beach, Florida, stepped onto the grass of Wimbledon and stunned a living legend. Coco Gauff, brimming with nerves and fire, faced Venus Williams, 5-time Wimbledon champion, a pillar of grace and power. She didn't just hold her own. She won, in straight sets, with poise and precision. A girl barely old enough to drive had dethroned royalty on tennis's most sacred lawn. It felt mythic. Gauff's victory wasn't just an upset. It was a passing of the torch. The headlines wrote themselves. The future is here. But 6 years later, the future hasn't yet delivered what everyone assumed was inevitable. Grass stains and growing pains. Wimbledon 2025. The center court air is thick with tradition, pressure, and history. Strawberries and cream in the stands, stiff whites on the players. Yet the grass doesn't care about the past. It humbles all equally. Coco Gauff, now 21, world number 3, U.S. Open champion, and household name, exits the tournament in the fourth round. Again, the same turf that once bore witness to her shocking debut has turned colder, more unkind. She's made it to the second week, yes, but that elusive Wimbledon crown, the one people assumed would come sooner rather than later, still evades her. 6 years, 6 tries, 0 finals. The sting lingers longer this time, because this was supposed to be the year. With IGA Swiatek's early exit, with the draw cracking wide open, the door was there. And still, it shut before she reached the semifinal. Backstage, the locker room is quiet. Reporters are waiting. Somewhere outside, another rising teenager might be watching, wondering if they'll be the next to shock the world. 2. The weight of destiny. When Coco beat Venus in 2019, the metaphors flowed. Torch passing, generational shift, poetic symmetry. Venus was 39, an icon. Coco, born in 2004, the year Venus was already a world number 1, was heralded as the heir. But tennis is not prophecy. It is process. And greatness, real greatness, is never linear. For all the glamour that surrounds Wimbledon, grass is a cruel, complicated surface. It punishes hesitation. It rewards ruthlessness. It exposes even the most talented. Gauff's journey since that fairy-tale debut has been impressive by any measure. A Grand Slam title, Olympic medals, top 3 ranking, sponsorships, influence beyond sport. She speaks with maturity beyond her years, moves like a gazelle, hits with force and spin. Yet Wimbledon remains a mirror reflecting what still isn't quite complete. 3. Grass grows differently. Coco has everything, but grass demands something else. Former champion Martina Navratilova once said, "It's part ballet, part knife fight." Unlike the baseline-dominated hard courts or the slow, grinding clay, grass forces split-second choices, short points, skids and slices. It rewards instinct, not just technique. Experience, not just energy. Gauff's serve, powerful but erratic. Her forehand, explosive yet vulnerable under pressure. On grass, those cracks become chasms. Opponents exploit them with sharp, flat strokes and net rushes. And Coco, for all her athleticism, sometimes looks like she's still figuring out the terrain. To win Wimbledon isn't just to hit well. It's to think fast, adjust faster. Even Serena Williams, dominant nearly everywhere, took years to master the grass. So maybe it's not a failure. Maybe it's a rite of passage. For Venus in the rearview. What's ironic, and almost cruel, is how that 2019 match continues to follow her. Venus Williams, gracious in defeat that day, smiled through the loss. "She played amazing," she said. "The sky's the limit." Venus knew something Coco didn't. The sky may be the limit, but getting there is another matter entirely. Venus herself waited 3 years after her first U.S. Open final before winning her first major. She lost 4 slam finals before lifting a trophy. The greatness of the Williams sisters was built on losses as much as victories. But the media machine doesn't traffic in patience. When you win young, you're expected to win often. When you beat Venus Williams at 15, people stop asking if you'll win Wimbledon. They ask when. What no one sees. In the player's box, Coco's parents still sit together, supportive, stoic, calm. They've been here since the beginning. They see the work the public doesn't. The early mornings, the post-match tears, the weight of living up to a legacy you never asked for. She carries Serena in her game, Venus in her history, Naomi in her politics, and herself, just Coco, a 21-year-old who already feels like she's lived multiple lifetimes in the spotlight. On social media, the noise builds. Is she overrated? One slam wonder. Still can't do it at Wimbledon. But those questions miss the deeper truth, that progress is still being made. That dominance isn't always immediate. That some dreams take time, even for prodigies. 6. Reflections in the grass. After her loss, Gauff walks the grounds of the All England Club one last time. It's quiet now. The crowd has dispersed. The press conferences are done. She lingers by court number 1, the scene of that first win against Venus. The scoreboard is long gone, but in her mind, it's still there. 6-4, 6-4. She was 15. Wild-eyed, fearless, floating. Now she walks heavier, yes, but also wiser. Greatness, she realizes, is not in the stunning debut. It's in the stubborn pursuit, the willingness to return, again and again, until the grass finally gives way. And maybe next year it will. 7. A new chapter waiting. There's a quiet confidence in her voice during the post-match interview. Of course it's disappointing, she says, but it's not defeat. Not really. I'm still growing, still learning, and I'll be back. It's not bravado. It's belief. Because Wimbledon doesn't forget. It rewards those who return with better tools, not just better expectations. Venus knows this. Serena knew this. Federer too. Even Novak Djokovic took years to crack the code. Coco Gauff might not be the girl who shocked Venus anymore, but she is becoming something stronger. A player not defined by a single moment, but by a career still taking shape. And when she does win Wimbledon, whether next year or 5 years from now. It won't be a torch passed. It will be a crown earned.